Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Ladies and gentlemen, unemployment just ran out for over 7 million people across the US. So millions have lost their unemployment. So I know here in New Jersey, the governor said that they are not renewing anything. So if your unemployment ran out, yeah, I guess it is what it is, right? So this came out in the Washington Post, September 5th, 2021. More than 7 million out of work people across the United States are set to lose all of their jobless benefits this week, as 3 federal programs expire Monday. And what several experts described as one of the largest and most abrupt ends to government aid in the US. In addition to that, more than 7 million people who will lose all their benefits, nearly 3 million more people will lose a $300 weekly boost to their state unemployment benefits. The cessation of this jobless aid, first put in place by Congress nearly 18 months ago, could upend the lives of millions of Americans still struggling to find work at a time when the pandemic is wreaking havoc across a number of states. It could also lead to a sharp pullback in spending, particularly in certain areas of the country, impacting a wide range of restaurants and other businesses that rely on consumer dollars. I don't understand how anyone in Washington cannot know normal people, their friends, families, cousins who are going through this, said Kathleen Fox, a producer in New York whose past work has been recognized with a prestigious Peabody Award, but who has struggled to find work after the pandemic upended her industry. The Biden administration has lost interest in this because they've moved on to other things. The White House has wrestled with how to deal with these expiring benefits, an internal debate that exposes fraught political and economic consequences of inaction. President Joe Biden in June, that he said that it makes sense for one of the programs which boost unemployment checks by $300 each week to lapse in September, but senior aides have also called on states to reallocate other money in a way that would continue offering some support. No state appeared inclined to take action, though leading to this week's sudden cutoff. There is a heightened anxiety, even within the White House, that pulling so many people off government support so abruptly could push millions of people into poverty and cut off access to food, or nutrition for people caught on the wrong side of this uneven economy. The jobless rate has fallen and the stock market is near record levels, but Americans have found themselves unable to recover from the pandemic's devastating blow. I am predicting a silent type of pain, said Andrew Stetner, a senior fellow at the Century Foundation think tank and expert on unemployment insurance, who has estimated that some 7.5 million people will be cut off from aid on the program's expiration date, which is the 6th of September, by the way. If past periods have been an indicator, many will be caught in a spiral that will lead to a downward quality of life. So they're saying 3 out of 4 on unemployment will lose benefits on September 6th. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. The programs initially boosted jobless benefits by 600 a week before Congress lowered the amount to 300 a week, but also expanded the pool of workers eligible for government aid and increased the number of weeks workers could draw on unemployment insurance. But this assistance has also emerged in decisive flashpoint in a political debate over whether government assistance discourages people from returning to work. You know what you need to do? Put these politicians on $300 a week and let them survive on it. I bet you big changes would be made. Republicans and numerous business groups have argued that extra benefit were contributing to a labor shortage and slowing the economic recovery, alleging it had become too lucrative for people to stay home rather than get a job. When did $300 extra on top of very low unemployment, when did that become lucrative? What the hell are these people talking about? That ain't hardly lucrative. So, anyway, back to this. They have called for investigation of fraud in programs alleging hundreds of billions of dollars in unemployment aid may have been stolen. And where's their proof? These people make a lot of accusations that are unfounded. So, no, I'm going to tread lightly on that one. Yeah, there's always going to be fraud, but they tried to blow it up in a way. Remember, they kept saying years ago that um, people on welfare needed to be drug tested. You remember when they were harping on that heavily at one time? Then they start drug testing people getting welfare, and only like, I think, less than 1% tested positive on a drug test. It wasn't even worth going through the trouble to test them. It was so few people testing positive. So I guess this is the new thing they're going to harp on until that goes unfounded too. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Many Americans who are frightened about the sudden lack of income feel they have been unfairly swept up in a bitter political debate. And politics play too heavy of a role in everything when it really shouldn't, you know? But in America, everything goes into play when it comes down to politics. And there's a lot of things that can be resolved and should be resolved without a bunch of politicians that are so far out of touch with the American public. And they are, you know, I feel for some of the people that are losing their benefits. But then on the other hand, they swore up and down this would increase jobs being filled. And guess what? It's not happening. It's not happening. you know, you may say these things, but people are not running out here in droves to get these jobs that you have on the market that are very low paying. But we shall see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. As Delta continues to get worse in America, and they have this expectation that you should go out and get a job and your children should go back to school, and they know this stuff is exploding. I'm looking at articles saying the hospitals are, some of them are at full capacity. They can't even take more people. And please don't come over here with that. The hospitals are empty because I'm gonna block you. Okay, y'all need to get off of that stuff. The hospitals are not empty, and even if they are empty in a certain state or a certain area, that does not. How the hell does that become the whole country? Stay out of my comment section. So, y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.